Hey, John, how's it going?
I'm doing great. I'm blessed. I am blessed, right? We're all blessed.
Fair enough. How do you get better during the year? Do teams get better from minimizing mistakes, or do guys actually get better at basketball, or is it a little bit of both?
Yeah. Coach's message yesterday during the film session was kind of, I think he saw something from the Patriots, and it's like you can't, now I'm going to mess up these words, but you can't keep yourself from winning, if that makes sense. So you can't keep doing losing things like turning the ball over, you can't keep beating yourself. And then, yeah, I do think you get better. And I think you see it by people that want to get better, like people that ask questions and people that are in the gym every day. Those are the people that get better. I've seen over my 5 years, like someone shooting 50% to start the Big Ten season, then they go down to 34 or vice versa. Someone's kind of cold, and then once the Big Ten, it's the grind. You gotta keep your mental sharp throughout the season, because it doesn't really matter what you do until you hit March. That's when the games really start to count in that Big Ten tournament, and this month is huge for us.
So obviously the team has a lot of veteran players, and you talk about people who want to get better, the ones who ask the questions. Do you think that this team has, a bunch of those guys?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we have to. It's kind of the culture that you have to create over the years, and I think just being here, like, you have to be coachable. If someone is challenging you, you have to rise up and step up to that occasion. It's just an opportunity. Here's a little throwback for you. My senior year yearbook quote was, "In every crisis there is an opportunity." I think that was from one of the presidents. I can't remember. But that's what it is, right? Like right now we're 4-7 in Big Ten, and we have a great month of February coming up. It hasn't gone our way, but there's a lot of opportunity out there for us to go get.
John, I know you played obviously really physically anyways, but what is the mental preparation like when you face someone like, you faced Zach Edey this year, or Hunter Dickinson, who is massive, 4 or 5 inches taller than you?
I got to go eat 2 dinners tonight, that's for sure. Put on some calories. But I think it's just early work. Once he crosses that 3-point line offensively, he's got to feel my body. He can't just walk down to the block and then I start fighting him. And then it's also my teammates against Zach Edey. They did a great job of ball pressure. And then when if their man, say, was in the corner and he's posting up, they're long in their gap, they're making the passer see a bunch of hands in there, making them think twice. But yeah, I think it comes down to ball pressure and doing early work against All-American like Hunter Dickinson.
What do you think your guidance means to the younger players?
Yeah, I just think Coach Shrews, he's kind of building his own culture right now. It's his first year. If I could leave anything, it's just work as hard as you can, come out of the game sweating, breathing, all bruised up, whatever it takes to win, and then get better. As I said, I'm always trying to understand Coach's philosophy for this defensive game plan, just trying to understand what he wants to do and really be bought into him.
I've always been interested in the intersection between the end of a guy's career and whatever might happen next. I realize you've got a lot of February and March and whatever happens after that left, but where do you find sort of happiness throughout a season that sort of has the ups and downs and has a finality to it, where you go, at the end of all of this, I might play basketball again, I might not. How do you kind of navigate the emotions of all of that?
That's a great question. I've been trying to find that answer. You kind of just realize that you're a human being, right? Talking to my brother on FaceTime or hanging out with my teammates, just doing that stuff through the ups and downs. One thing I always try is I never try to get too high, I never get too low, because you always got another game coming that you got to be prepared for. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna hang up the jersey soon, the Penn State jersey. So I actually texted Coach. I was asking him, like, can I come into your office? Because I realized I got 1 month, and me as an individual and us as a team not where we want to be. So I just, what can I do? Like, how can I make this team win? How can we go on a run in this month of February? It's a good question, though. If I find the answer, I'll bring it up.
With two freshmen coming in with the Michigan Wolverines tomorrow night in Caleb Houston and Massa Diabate, how do you plan on rattling in them in quite the environment like the Bryce Jordan Center?
Yeah, I saw Caleb's really been playing a lot better as of late. So, I think we're gonna throw different things at him. And then Diabate, I mean, he's a workhorse. Like, he sprints the floor just as good as anyone in the league. Offensive rebounds, he plays hard. So I think we're going to have to match his energy and kind of bring it to him, especially now that we're home, and hopefully have the guys feeling good, hyped up to play.
John, at times on Saturday, it felt like that the offense was working and the shots were there, especially in that first half, but they weren't falling. I mean, how frustrating is that as an offense, as a team, to kind of see that it working but not quite, and how do you guys kind of stay on track in those situations?
Yeah, I can always live with the result if we're getting the best shot for Penn State. Like, there was a lot of great shots that my teammates made for one another. So I can live with the result if we're getting the best shot for Penn State and we're bought into the game plan, we're executing. I would say it's when we're not playing that, then it can get frustrating. But you always gotta just follow the game plan. Always, if we're getting the best shot for Penn State and we're playing as hard as possible, I'll live with the result.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, guys.